So Angelo Petrakis for Cornell had been going great guns and then had a real rough week last week against Yale. And we'll see if he picks it back up and dominates at the X for his team today.
Going against Jamie Zusi.
Looks like Zusi's got it. Had control of it. He's got control of it on the ball. That's a good start for Penn.
Zusi will carry it on himself, and the Quakers send their offense out. Lost a heartbreaker, 21-20 in overtime against Princeton last time out.
Didn't Adler just knock the pass down there and was already being disruptive.
Sam Hanley playing a midfield role at this point, number 26, and you can see he's being marked by number 77 in red.
Yeah, there's the matchup right there. So he moved off of Gergar. He was on Gergar for the faceoff. Sam came in out of the box, and that's the matchup.
Feed makes it all the way through, and they score! What was supposed to be a pass ends up finding the back of the cage, and Penn strikes first, 1-0.
Yeah, Joe, you called it. It definitely was a pass to the crease to Cam Rubin, knocked off his stick, and got around Chase Erlin. And Penn gets the early faceoff win. You know, he's winning well over 50% of all the faceoffs. So if you can win over 50%, you know, you're going to certainly help your team. So they possess the ball. They don't turn it over a ton, and especially the gentleman with the ball right now. Piatelli is if he's shooting, he's going to put it on cage, and it's got a good chance of going in. His shooting percentage is very high. And then the contrast is C.J. Kirst now with the ball, who takes a ton of shots, but of course makes that one on cue.
Goes high to high and whistles it by the ear, and Kirst scores his 20th goal of the campaign to even the score at 1.
C.J. Kirst, lefty sniper. I referred to him as a lefty sniper earlier when we were talking about him, and yeah, he beat his man, came around the corner, gave a good head fake, and used that upper corner.
Cornell and Penn tied up at 1, 3:30 left in first quarter action.
To play on Gergar and then wait to see if Hanley comes on. Hanley's not coming on.
Until right now.
Until now. So there we go. It's like the welcoming committee for him. Geez, the contrast in size between these two guys is just fascinating.
And a jump shot and an answered score. Penn gets the lead back. Flying in was James Shipley on the jump shot, going high to low in the far corner, and Shipley makes it a 2-1 game.
James Shipley, one of those two-way players for the Penn at the midfield. Excellent defender, and is really growing as an offensive player. That's a new wrinkle to his game, the jump shot. That was well placed, great shot. If you can get scoring out of him, that is a huge benefit for Penn.
8th goal of the campaign for Shipley. Now face-off win, as Zusi had his glove knocked off.
Penn will maintain possession, but you can't play without your equipment. So Penn does not lose possession.
So now the Quakers looking to build on their 2-1 lead. 1:43 to go here in the first.
Let's see if they get it to Sam, and let's see if Sam takes. I want to see if Sam go with Adler. I want to see that matchup.
Feed across, and that one whistles well high.
I tell you don't need Sam if you're going to get open looks like that for Dylan Gergar there. I mean, if he can give him 10 of those, he's going to make 6.
Good body control there for Schultz to keep this one alive. Bedard retreats. Now this is Hanley. Here's that go that you were asking for. You can see the size advantage for the Penn Quakers in this matchup. Double coming in, a shot and a score! Second of the game for Bedard. A rocket upstairs, and it's 3-1 Quakers.
Adler really holds his ground against Hanley, but you know, Hanley is a distributor now, and because of that, he's looking for the matchup. Saw where the slide was coming from. Bedard had the matchup and the shot. That was all Sam Hanley, Joe. He really made that play happen. Of course, Bedard had to put the ball in a great spot in the cage.
A fundamentally sound coach like Jay Wright, because I was just thinking fundamentally what it would feel like to get screened by Sam Hanley. Looks like a truck in the middle of that defense.
Tynan Walsh with his first action today.
Hanley shoots and scores. Hanley goes upstairs, and Penn scores with the man advantage. His 11th goal of the year, Sam Hanley.
Yeah, Hanley doing it all. You know, helping his team, assisting earlier on a Bedard goal, and now scoring a goal. Going from his right hand to his left hand with a hitch in between. Jason Erlin's a field as well. I'm quite certain Cornell is looking at making some changes.
Schultz trying to pick out a target here before bringing it out for Penn. Bedard. Maybe the hat trick on his mind. Feet in front and a shot and a score. Caleb Fernandez from Dylan Gergar. Beautiful feed from Gergar to find Fernandez. And now it is a 5-1 lead.
If Penn is going to get production from their midfield beyond Sam Hanley, Caleb Fernandez.
The heels of that goal. And Cornell, we talked about all the talent that they have, but the face-off X really being a factor. Penn's offense has been out there for the entire time. A shot from distance and a score. Hanley the feed, and Cam Rubin from forever away lets it fly left-handed. It's 5-1. Penn with the lead. Or 6 rather now.
Yeah, 6-1 now. Cam Rubin is just like CJ Kirst is a great step-down lefty finisher for Cornell. That would have way too early to say that would have been a nail in the coffin, but man, that would have been get the hammer out kind of time for sure.
Well, you saw where the sideline was, lighting up for Farrar. He's a guy who's capable offensively, but he doesn't hunt it like we've seen some other long sticks for Penn. And that was one from forever away, an answer the other way, and we've seen it so often, Piatelli or otherwise. Piatelli scores the goal there, but one taken away on one end, one scored on the other end, and it changes the complexion of things.
Yeah, that's a 2-goal swing in Cornell's favor right there. And
Licciardi gives this one up. Now feed behind, Long distributing. Blake turned back. Licciardi sharing with Kirst. A shot and a score! Seeing eye shot for Kirst through traffic. And that's another guy who's got the green light. It's 6-3.
He just had a little bit of space there. I mean, Piper Bond had good position defense on him, but Kirst just jumped back a little bit, created just a little bit of separation to get his hands free. And boy, that was a well-placed shot. Lower left-hand side for lower left-hand corner of the cage. Definitely the MVP for Penn in the first half. I mean, as good. We got a flag down. So I think what I just saw out of the corner of my eye was Edward Arnold.
Who scores? The stick was knocked out of his hand. Erlin, it looked like might have delayed him in getting it back. And then he got the ball back and put the ball in the back of Erlin.
Yeah, just a great sequence there. I mean, anytime you can get a pull, a long stick to score, it's a hype goal, and the sideline's going nuts. The Penn sideline's going nuts. But it looked like a Cornell player, I don't think it was Erlin, had knocked his stick out of his hand, which you can't do. Chase it. It's a low percentage shot based on the angle. Now you give Cornell a chance to cut the deficit down by 1.
Feet across. Jump shot and a score. There it is. Piatelli again.
That would have been a great place for Penn to pull it out and slow it down. And you see exactly what happens if you let, Hugh Kelleher run downhill, and he found a wide open John Piatelli, who we've said it multiple times.
See if Cornell's offense can find another before halftime here. Feet in front, a shot blocked off. And now it's a race to it before it goes out. Nice spin for Penn. That was a good friendly bounce. Here's Gergar out the other way. Feeds across, a shot and a score! Rubin from Gergar again. And it's a 4-goal lead once more for the Quakers.
Brendan Lavelle made that play, Joe, on the defensive end, 46 for Penn. He was able to control that shot. See them go to a long pole at the faceoff X. Just something to try to knock Zuzi off his momentum here.
Hanley lets it fly and finds nylon.
So the patience of Sam Hanley there to go from the right, go from his right hand, get the defense thinking he's shooting. Everybody reacts to it. He switches to his left. Everybody's trying to react to that. He's the only one who knows, I got this nailed. And boy, oh boy, does he just hammer that and stick it in the net.
Hanley, ball moving so quickly, Gergar was almost not ready for it. A shot from Rubin, and he scores. Fernandez with the dish, and Rubin with the hat trick.
Penn picking up where they essentially left off in the first half with excellent ball movement. Sam Hanley gets the ball and immediately moves it to Gergar. There were 4 or 5 passes there before it gets to Cam Rubin, who, if you give him time and space, and he is right on top of the goal. He is, 10, 15 yards out, but he sees the.
Shares it behind Cage. Now Fury. Hanley back across the grain. Jump shot and a score! Adler was draped on him, didn't matter. What beautiful body control by Hanley to protect that one, get his hands free, and let it rip.
Yeah, that's a good example of where Hanley's size and strength really were an advantage against Adler. Adler, I won't say he's overmatched because he's done a great job with the matchup, but there's a point where his size and reach, Hanley's size, rare miss by Piatelli, but boy, he put it in the right spot. That was going in if it's on Cage.
Now Long looking to get things going, shares with Piatelli. Pretty good idea. Shoots and scores, puts it in on the far side. And now Piatelli has the hat trick to cut it to 11-5. Michael Long picking up the assist on that one.
So there we go. So we've checked 2 boxes. We've got Michael Long on the score sheet and Piatelli with his hat trick. Just a highly, highly accurate
Kelleher.
Flag down.
Yeah, bowling his way in.
Yeah.
Blake scores.
So the penalty will get wiped off. It was a hold on Penn. Kelleher with that downhill run, the downhill dodge. They did it several times in the first half, Joe. It did not lead to any goals. And ride from Cornell, but some great pressure here. Oh. It should go.
A push against Penn. 2-on-1. Piatelli scores. Just like that, it's a 4-goal game.
Welcome to the Ivy League 2022 men's lacrosse. It is a buzzsaw. All of your games this year in this league are going to be.
Quick passes coming out all over the place from Cornell, and it's Kirst again with another score. He's got the hat trick as well.
That's a surgical goal right there by Kirst. The defense had slid on earlier in that possession, and he knew he was open. They found the ball to him, and he was able to fake not once but twice before play. If you don't get a shot on Cage and you win the race to the back line. But you don't want to give Cornell any time. So coming up on 25 seconds to go here.
Fury dishing. Gergar shoots and scores. Big time for the goal for Dylan Gergar, his first of the game. And the lead is back to 4.
Yeah, Gergar's taken a bunch of shots today and has just not been able to hit the cage, and certainly did on that one. But another fake and a finish. He gave the defense one look, rolled back, and
got enough for the job that he's done on Dylan Gergar. That was a one-on-one matchup ahead of time that we looked at and thinking, this could go either way. But Jacobs has been special on Gergar. A shot and a score. It was a screen by Gergar. And the shot was made by Shipley, We wondered if he was going to contribute again. He does. It's 13-8.
Matt Liccardi for Cornell, number 13. He got stuck down there on defense. Resets the shot clock, gives Penn more possession time. Shortens the game.
Double coming. Hanley retreating. Bedard. Gergard. Nice feed and a quick stick goal. Absolutely spectacular, and they lost Jack Schultz right on the doorstep.
The vision to see that Jack Schultz is wide open, standing on the crease, and then to put the pass right on his stick. He catches it, and he's able to finish it in motion. Gergard with just a laser, and he just in one motion.
Coyle comes up with it for the Big Red. Piatelli. Kirst back to Piatelli, and he scores. CJ Kirst with the helper, and Piatelli scores his 4th goal of the afternoon.
11 shots for Piatelli, 4 goals. I really like how Cornell did that, man. Took that man up.
5 to go in the 4th quarter. It's 14-9. Penn with the lead over Cornell. BJ Farrar in control for the Quakers with Clark Pierce. I'm Joe Torti, and now we see the potential buildings of a 10-man ride as Erlin's starting to vacate, but no one to cover. Takeaway, a shot and a score just like that. No problem for Cornell. And don't go anywhere just yet. Piatelli again.
It looked like they just got into a kind of modified 10-man ride there. Good look. Another good look.
They get the clear before the ride can be set up. Don't need another goal, but they get it anyway.
Well, there's that quick stick combination for the second time today. Gerger passing it over to Jack Schultz for the finish, and it's just a quick stick finish. So quick stick means he doesn't even bother cradling it. He just puts it right into the...
Cornell cutting into this 5-goal advantage. Kelleher bounces it into Birkinshaw. And now time continuing to tick away. Oh. Look out, not a clean connection there. Shot towards goal and a score. Another takeaway, a feed coming in from Kirst. And it's Long again with the goal. Not quite over yet, 15-11.
Yeah, another costly turnover by Penn at the defensive end of the field, trying to clear the ball. Second one this quarter, and the second one that Michael Long.
Going and powering them to victory. Bond launches this one into the air. 2 seconds and 1. And that is how this one ends. Final score, Penn 15 and Cornell 11. Sam Hanley with 5 points, including 3 goals. Dylan Gergar with 4 helpers to power the way for Penn. And the Quakers do improve to 4-2. You talked about their date with Yale on the road coming up, and that's shaping up to be a massive game as well.
A massive game. No midweek game for Penn this week, so they'll get some time to properly prepare for Yale. How about Jamie Zuzi today, Joe? 21 of 29 at the Faceoff X. That's a huge, huge development for Penn. Great game for him.